And making his way to the ring for our next bout of the night, all the way from Queensland, it's Dean Smith, being led to the ring by his trainer, Dean Lawler. And Dean Smith from Queensland, Mark the Hammer Castanini to fight the ISCA World Champion Baris Nezif here tonight.
Well, Dean the Destroyer Smith actually being led to the ring by none other than Dale Richards, a well-established fighter himself. Dean Lawler not being able to make it down to Melbourne, but Dean Smith, 20 fights, 15 wins, only 5 losses. He has a great record. He is the current Australian champion. He wrestled that title from Rick Marsh up there in Queensland about 1.5 years ago. He is a tough competitor. His last fight won on points over a fellow Queenslander, Jason Glimmer. And that was a hard-fought battle all the way to the end, but of course a points victory to him, and we're told that he has something special in store here tonight for Baris Nezif.
And stepping into the ring is the world ISKA light welterweight champion Baris Nezif. We last saw him fight here on Fox Sports in June when he went up against England's Julian Howell, who he knocked out and put him actually through the ropes to win the ISKA world title. Mark the Hammer Castanini, you talk about excellent kickers. This man, Baris Nezif, is a bit of a wonder kicker.
Well, he certainly is, Michael. He's a very hard opponent. He'll be there for the duration, but of course a World Championship belt strapped around his waist, he is certainly worthy of that. A very underrated fighter in my opinion, but nevertheless a very tough one, and you can see just having a look at him there, he's fairly powerfully built, good set of shoulders, and he'll combine his hand and feet skills quite well. He likes to overlap his punches from those high round kicks, of course.
Let's go over to Howard.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is our semi-main event. Interstate Kickboxing, Queensland versus Victoria. Scheduled 6 rounds, light, welterweight, non-title match. Officiating is your referee, Dave Hedgecock. Judges, Norman Liu, Kelly Safe, and John Sheeder. Ladies and gentlemen, would you welcome in the blue corner, on my left, wearing Muay Thai trunks of red with whites. He comes from Kipper Ring near Redcliffe in Queensland. At 24 years of age, he holds the Australian Oriental Rules Super Lightweight Championship, making his first appearance in Melbourne with a record of 15 wins, 5 losses, with champion Dale Richards in the corner. Give him a warm Melbourne welcome from Queensland, the Destroyer, Dean Smith. Dean Smith in the blue corner. Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, occupying the red corner, with Jamal Hassan, Tibet Hamza, and Claudio Ferrante in the corner. He is the World Light Welterweight Champion. He holds a montage of Victorian, Australian and Commonwealth Championships. From Epping, Victoria, he's getting 64.40 kilograms, 22 years of age, with a record of 25 wins, 2 losses and 4 draws. Would you welcome world champion, wearing that championship belt, the eye of the Turkish Tiger, Baris Nezif. 6 rounds, Dave Hedgecock.
Right, you've both had your instructions in the rooms. Listen to what I call. In place of a knockdown, you must go to the furthest neutral corner. Listen to what I ask. When I ask for a break, I want a good clean break. I want a good clean fight. Just listen to my calls.
Michael Chavello ringside with Mark the Hammer Castanini for our semi-main event. It's Baris Nezif out of the red corner to go up against, all the way from Queensland, Dean Smith out of the blue corner. Of course, Baris Nezif wearing his World ISKA title bout into the ring for the first time. It's not on the line here tonight, but interstate pride is on the line, and also the pride of Baris as the world champion. It's not a defence, but he won't want to get beaten by Dean Smith all the way from Queensland. Here we go for round 1 of action. Expect Nezif to be firing out those wicked high right and left round kicks of his. And there's a high left round kick from Dean Smith.
Break, step back, clean break.
Your third man in centre ring again, the legend Dave Hedgecock, the pioneer of Australian kickboxing. There's that wicked high right round kick of Baris Nezif just soaring towards the head of Dean Smith.
Fight out of it.
Smith backs him against the ropes. Dave Hedgecock is there to separate both men. This one's scheduled for 6 by 2 minute rounds. Freestyle rules, no knees or grappling. Oh, there's that wicked high right round kick by Baris Nezif, then catches Smith with the left hand.
Watch the head.
Last time we saw Baris Nezif in action against Julian Howe from England, he knocked him through the ropes at Festival Hall in Melbourne.
When you're coming in, I want you rubbing and grabbing away. It's okay. I'll pass this hold.
An enormous threshold of pain on this man, Baris Nezif. We saw him go the distance with Darren the Riddler Reese in a Muay Thai contest last year, and that's no mean feat. Smith going downstairs, Baris just checking the leg kick. High left round kick to the head by Baris Nezif, didn't quite find the mark. Lines him up with the right hand, followed by the left hook, and a right kick combination sends Dean Smith down.
Well, Michael, Dean Smith just drops his hands a touch there, and I think Baris has got the scent on that, and he's just looking for that opening. He's actually trying to make him drop his hands by attacking his legs. Of course, if you attack the legs, it's going to make your opponent somewhat drop their hands a little. But Nezif certainly loading everything up, and at this stage he's looking fairly powerful. I think he's got a bit of strength over this young man, Dean Smith. Dean Smith choosing to kick a lot off his front leg, whip those roundhouse kicks off the front leg, but of course off the front leg they don't have as much power as when you're chambering them off the rear leg. So Dean's going to really have to take note of that, because they're really just token gestures when you're fighting someone like Nezif. We see Nezif just loading up, working the round kicks in, and he just caught that one high up on the rib cage there, and really taking the wind out of Dean Smith and putting him down. But Dean's got to get a little bit harder, because for sure Nezif is a very strong fighter, and doing those powdery type techniques is not something you want to be doing against someone as world class as Baris Nezif.
Seconds out.
Round 2.
Come on, guys. Hurry it up there, please. Come on. Seconds out. Stay in your corner. Stay in your corner, please. Hang on, time. Hold on, please. Just go back to the corner. Can you wait until the seconds get out, and I'll acknowledge when to ring the bell, okay? Let's go. Ready? Ready when you are.
Let's roll into the second round of action. Baris Nezif looked to have the upper hand in the first round.
Don't hold.
High left round kick there by Dean Smith.
Okay, break. Step back. Clean break.
Just catches Smith there with a nice left hand it was by Baris Nezif. Sent the Queenslander down.
Nezif, he fires those techniques straight off the break, and that's something that Dean Smith's been doing.
Well, this one again, it's all over. Baris Nezif declared the winner in the second round of action. A knockout there against Dean Smith of Queensland. And Mark the Hammer Castellini, Baris Nezif came out smoking again in the second round.
Well, that's right, Michael. That's something that Dean Smith, he's taken on a world-class opponent. And, off the break, as soon as you break, the referee breaks you. You've got to keep your guard up. You've got to keep your guard up at all times. We see the guys going to work. Dean Smith kicking there. But it's off the front leg, so it really has no power to it. He should have whipped it in off the rear. And once again, they get into the clinch. And you'll see Dave Hedgecock step in and break the boys. But Baris straight on after the break. And, of course, Dean Smith just wasn't ready for it. But, totally legal. As soon as the ref breaks you and, signals for it to go again, you got to be ready. And I think just Dean Smith letting his guard down. And perhaps he was thinking that the break would have been a little longer. But, of course, he got caught. And... that's what happens when you're fighting a pro like Baris Nezif. He doesn't give you an inch.
Well, Baris Nezif not really tested tonight, unfortunately for him. Straps that ISKA world title belt around his waist yet again. He is the ISKA light welterweight world champion. And he won it with a knockout against Julian Howe in his last fight. He's done it quite substantially earlier in this fight, knocking out Dean Smith in the second round. Of course, Julian Howe lasted 5 against Nezif. But we always said that those wicked high left and right round kicks were going to be a problem, but this time the hands came good for Nezif, and he connected with the straight left and put Dean Smith down and out.
We'll see the guys working away. Dean Smith, he likes to fire off that lead leg, but of course the lead leg is only really a token gesture for a setup for something else. But he was putting all his pennies in one wallet there, so to speak, and not loading it up with anything else. But Baris really had his measure, just too strong for him on the night, and picking the target every time is Baris Nezif. Is a very accurate fighter.
Here's Howard Lee.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 28 seconds of round 2, the winner by knockout. Would you congratulate reigning world champion Baris Nezif? Baris Nezif. Baris, Tarek Exotic's going to have to search around the world for opponents for you because you're getting more devastating as time goes by.
I hope so. Sorry I couldn't please the crowd more. I would have liked the fight to go a bit longer. I trained hard for this fight, and I was just warming up. It takes me a couple of rounds to warm up before I start getting a bit more dangerous. But better for me. I can go to work tomorrow. Thanks.
Okay, and then a few words. Baris Nezif. Dean Smith come across. Badler, come on, give our Queensland visitor Dean Smith a big round of applause. Very gracious in Melbourne. Dean and Dale Richards, your cornerman, you've come to Melbourne into the fire. You knew Baris Nezif's background. Bad luck, Dean. He caught you with a couple of big bombs there.
Yeah, I want to thank Baris for the fight. I was very intimidated coming into this one. It's my first professional fight tonight. All my Australian titles are all amateur titles. Baris, a great opponent. It's easy to be intimidated. Congratulations, and I want to apologise to everyone at home. And also, thank you everyone at home that's helped out. Dale Richards, Dean Lawler, Trevor, and especially my girlfriend Melissa, does a hell of a lot for me to get me through training. Thank you, Melbourne.
Well put. Dean Smith.